Welcome to Yoga for Love. We're doing a relax and restore practice this evening. I am super duper lucky that I now have a dedicated yoga space instead of trying to just squeeze my yoga mat in between my bed and my dresser. Which is what I was doing when I first started practicing yoga. But now I have a dedicated yoga space with a whole entire blank wall that I have purposefully not put any paintings or anything up so that I could practice yoga without kicking something or knocking something over. So, of course, I immediately put a bunch of burning candles down there, which is probably just wonderful, and I'm going to be super duper careful. So anyway, if you see a candle knock over, give me a wave. Maybe type something in the comments. But I think I have it safely well away from the mat that I'm not going to kick anything over this evening. So it appears that we are live on Facebook. And I am going to go ahead and mute everybody and get myself pinned so you don't have to worry about being on camera. You can just enjoy yourself and make noises and do whatever else feels good without anybody hanging over your shoulder. So like I was saying, we're going to practice a wall practice tonight because I have this wonderful blank wall. I don't have to worry about kicking anything or knocking anything over. I thought it was a perfect opportunity to explore some things that we can do, even just for a few moments to, just bring us into the present moment. Bring some relief to not only our body, but our mind and maybe even our heart and our spirit too. So first, speaking of relief to the mind, let's just come into the present moment and just be mindful of where we are. Maybe think about the heart. Just notice how the heart and the sternum and the collarbones are feeling. Maybe bring a little bit of attention to the spine. Whatever surface you're sitting on or laying on, wherever you're comfortable, eyes closed or open. Just notice the breath. I'm just going to make it nice and easy here. Just notice the air as it comes in and out of your nostrils. Maybe if you notice your spine, you might sit up just a little bit taller. Maybe as you notice your heart center, you might draw the heart up a little bit towards the sky. Maybe to protect the neck here, you could tuck the chin just a little bit, taking care of the cervical spine. And relax those shoulders. Nothing major, no effort here, just let go of any tension or anything here. And you can do this anytime, anywhere throughout your day. If you notice your mind running away with thoughts or stories, or if you feel anxious about the future, or you're replaying past conversations, whatever it is, anything that is not serving you and not making you feel good, that you really cannot control anyway, just taking yourself into the present moment and taking the attention on the body and on the breath can be enough to just give your mind a little bit of relief. So if you're washing dishes or making dinner or Well, you can see where I spend most of my time. But whatever you're doing, just stop, notice the heart, notice the spine, notice the breath. Maybe inhale through the nose and out the mouth with a sigh. Maybe do that again, inhaling through the nose and out the mouth with a sigh. One more time, inhale through the nose. And then again, out the mouth with a sigh. Let's just do a simple pranayama, a little breathing exercise, just to tap into the parasympathetic nervous system, bringing all of our restoration and relaxation senses and nerves on board for tonight here. We're just going to do a little 4-4-4 breath. So we'll inhale for 4 counts. We will hold that breath or retain it for 4 counts, and then we will exhale for 4 counts. And we'll repeat that a few times, and I will count so that you can breathe along. Let's just take a breath to prepare, just a nice soft inhale. And let's exhale through the nose. And just keep inhaling and exhaling, just a nice gentle breath through the nose. And now let's inhale through the nose for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. And inhaling again, relax the shoulders. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4. Relax the jaw and exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Retain the breath. 2, 3, 4. And exhale. 2, 3, 4. And let's slow it down a bit. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more times. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Retain the breath. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just breathe normally. Maybe take a nice big breath. And just let it go. And just notice your body now. Notice the spine. Notice the heart. Notice the breath. Maybe you feel some tingling in your body. Maybe you feel just a little bit more relaxed. Whatever it is, just notice and let it be. And continue to invite yourself back to the present moment throughout this practice with the breath. So, that all being said, let's go ahead and come to standing. The first thing we're going to want to do is find some space on the wall. And I just realized I am going to have my butt pointed to the camera if I do this particular pose on this wall. So I'm going to show you here. We are going to do downward dog, which is typically done on hands and knees, and you're kind of in an inverted V shape. Well, this time we're going to do downward dog on the wall, and I'm going to do it over here, I think, on the side wall, and I hope you can see me over here. But actually, I'll just pretend there's a wall right here. We're going to go ahead and reach out, bringing our fingertips to the wall and hinging forward at the hips. Nothing big, nothing major here. I'll go ahead and show you from the back. Maybe step your feet back away from the wall enough that you can make a nice little L shape. And maybe your hands are a little bit higher than your waist here to begin. And maybe you bring your palms all the way to the wall. And maybe you walk your feet back just a little bit more so that you can take the bend a little deeper. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here okay. Make sure you've got a soft bend in the knee so that you're not hyperextending the leg. And as you press into the wall here, plug those arm bones into the shoulders, really drawing the shoulder blades down the back towards the tailbone. Maybe let the weight of the head go and just let the head kind of stretch the neck down between the shoulders. And if you would like a little bit more, maybe you walk your feet out another inch or two and walk your hands just a little bit farther down the wall. Maybe take a quick peek up and look at your hands and see that the index fingers are parallel to one another and that the fingers are spread nice and wide like big starfish here. And then let the weight of the head drop again and take all the tension out of the neck. Keep that soft bend in those knees. Really give it your attention. Notice your feet as they're on the earth. Notice your hands and how they feel as they touch the wall. Maybe notice the texture of the wall. Notice the breath, inhaling and exhaling from the nose. And if you want a little bit more, as long as the torso is parallel to the floor, maybe, but no closer to the floor, maybe you might want to walk yourself down just a little bit so you're in that perfect little square shape with the wall. You and the wall joined together and connected in a square. Take another breath here or wherever you are. If you want to back off a little bit, definitely honor your body and come a little bit closer to the wall. Bring the hands up a little higher. And then go ahead and step all the way to the wall. Release the hands and arms and give them a little shake. Maybe shake out the legs a little bit, shake out the arms. Maybe let the neck roll from side to side a little bit with the weight of the head. And then we're gonna stand right up against the wall here. with our arms out in a T. And what I would like for you to do is pull the shoulder blades down the back and look over to your right hand. And then keeping your body and your left arm on the wall, you're going to open up, actually you're going to peel your upper body off the wall just a little bit and bring the right hand out parallel to the floor and look at your right thumb. So we're just getting a stretch right across the left upper arm and the pectoral muscle here. Just gentle. Maybe you only come off the wall a couple of inches. Maybe you can come all the way out to 45 degrees. Don't come to a point of pain, but where it feels maybe a little discomfort, maybe a little awkward, but it's okay to be in the awkwardness. Just make sure you're not hurting yourself. Inhale here. Exhale, bringing the right arm back to the wall, and then switch sides. Just gently draw the left hand out away from the wall. Keep the right side body and the right arm on the wall. And just stretch out the pectoral on the right side here. Maybe if you want to walk your hand down the wall a little bit for a different kind of a sensation, explore that. And just breathe here. And when you've had enough there, go ahead and turn back to the wall. Let the arms float back down towards the earth and shake those arms out once again. Maybe shake the legs out too. Why not? And now we're going to take our backs to the wall. Inhale the arms up and overhead, reaching the fingertips towards the sky. Bring the palms together and let's go ahead and slice it right down the middle all the way into forward fold, Uttanasana. And just let your hands ragdoll here, bending your knees as generously as you like. And I'll turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing here. I've just got my backs of my hands resting on the tops of my feet, and my knees are bent enough to allow me to do that. Belly is resting on the thighs here. And I'm just inhaling and noticing the skin of the back. Exhaling and letting the weight of the head traction the neck to make space between the cervical vertebrae. So up against the wall here with your back to the wall, you can just be standing in front of it in case you need it for a little balance, or you can really be pushed up against the wall, maybe to help you straighten your legs a little bit, again, without hyperextending, keeping that gentle bend. And maybe you want to hook your thumbs to the insides of your elbows here and just frame your head with your arms, clasping opposite elbows and opposite palms. Inhale a nice big breath here. And when you exhale, just surrender the weight of the upper body toward the earth. And just breathe here through the nose. Maybe bending the knees a little bit, maybe straightening them a little bit, finding where it feels best in your body. Maybe as you're bent forward like this, you might find some space in the ribs of the back body. And just take a few more breaths here, maybe rocking a little bit from side to side, maybe in and out. Go ahead and switch your clasp.
So change how you're clasping your elbows. It's going to feel a little awkward because it's not your dominant side. But again, we can find some comfort even in the awkwardness. But we're just helping to balance the sides out here by switching things up a bit. And when you're ready, go ahead and bring the fingertips or the palms to the floor and gently bring the knees to the floor as well. We're just going to take a couple of cat-cows right here. I'll turn so you can see me, but you can definitely keep your back to your wall. And we're going to take the hands out just a little bit farther from the shoulders. And we're going to inhale cat, lifting the head and the tailbone, curling the toes under and bending the elbows a little bit. Exhale, flipping the tops of the feet to the mat and pulling the navel towards the spine into cat. Inhale, cow, dropping the belly, opening up through the heart. Exhale, cat, really rounding the back body. And now one more time, in your time, with your breath, cat and cow here. And when you've completed that cycle, go ahead and come to a seat right up against the wall here. So I think I'm gonna be this way. So you're just sitting right alongside the wall with your left hip to the wall and your right hip facing out. Feet are flat on the floor and the knees are bent. Back is nice and straight and the heart is lifted. And we're just going to go ahead and take our fingertips to the floor and allow them to help us rotate around so that we can swing the legs up the wall even as we bring the back to the floor. And you can kind of press your heels in the wall to scooch a little bit closer. And we're just going to open up the arms, open up the palms to the sky, and let the feet rest on the wall. No effort here. And again, keep just a tiny little bend in the knee at least to keep those knees nice and protected, to protect those joints. And this is a wonderful way to counteract being on your feet all day, especially if you're anything where you're on your feet all day. I sit on my butt all day because I work from home at a computer, except for when I'm in the kitchen eating. But this is just a wonderful way to tap into that parasympathetic nervous system. Let the lymph nodes kind of drain, keep the blood flowing back down toward the heart and the brain, taking just a little bit of weight off those feet that have had all the responsibility today of supporting us. And while we're here, we're just going to notice the breath again, not doing anything special to it. But maybe when you notice it, you might decide you want to deepen the breath a bit. Notice where the wall is supporting your legs, your hips, your sit bones. Notice where the floor is supporting your back body, your head, even the back of your heart space. And then let's go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together, even as we bend the knees, and let the outsides of the feet slide down the wall into a nice supported Baddha Konasana, this little butterfly pose. And you might want them a little bit higher, or you might want to just
let the weight of the legs and the thighs just draw your feet a little bit closer to the body. And if you want a little bit more effort here, if you want to really make this more of a strengthening pose, you could definitely push the soles of the feet together and really take some effort to press the outsides of the legs to the wall. Or you could just release and surrender the weight of the legs to gravity. So whatever you choose for yourself, just honor your body and honor your choice. Your body, your choice. And maybe you might want to flutter your little butterfly wings here. You know, bees communicate with their little wings. There's a Netflix documentary about how the forest communicates with itself, kind of like an internet. And whenever a bee is near a flower, and the flower can sense the fluttering of the bee's wings and begins to make more pollen for the bee, just in response to his presence. So don't be afraid to flutter your wings. And then let's take the soles of the feet back to the wall, pull the knees into the chest, maybe give yourself a little hug. Maybe rotate the ankles in one direction and then in the other direction. And then let's go ahead and slide the heels back up the wall again. And this time, let's take the feet out to the sides in a nice V shape. A sort of an inverted wide leg forward fold here. And again, you can really press into the backs of the legs here, flex the feet, draw the toes toward the body, really making this a little bit more of a strengthening pose, or you can just relax the feet, relax the thighs, and let gravity take over. Maybe you have your arms out to the sides, palms facing the sky. Or maybe you want to take the heels of your hands and massage along the tops of the thighs and down here by the hip flexors. Maybe that feels good. Just giving yourself a little bit of a self massage here. Noticing the breath again. Noticing the support underneath you and alongside you. And then let's bend the right leg. Let's inhale here and then exhale to bend the right leg, bringing the bottom of the right foot towards the inside of the left thigh. And again, this might be a little bit awkward here. And maybe you even want to put your hand underneath your extended left thigh for a little bit of support, or if you have blocks or pillows nearby, you could definitely do that too. And we're just really focusing on the inner left thigh here. Again, keeping that gentle bend in the left leg, relaxing the shoulders and the jaw. Take another couple of breaths here, noticing what you feel in your body. Maybe see if there's anything in particular that's asking for your attention tonight. And if you find a spot of tension or gripping, just imagine maybe that there's a balloon there. And when you inhale, fill that balloon up with fresh oxygen.
And when you exhale, just let all the air out, releasing any tension you come across. And then let's inhale here. Exhale to kind of pull the navel in towards the spine so the core can help you switch legs here. Nothing fancy. We're just straightening the right leg and bending the left leg. Letting gravity take over, or really putting a little bit of traction there, making the toes bright, filled with energy, or just releasing it all and tapping into that natural inclination for the parasympathetic nervous system to help you relax and restore and heal. And just scan the body here. Scan your right leg, noticing what you feel, maybe making any adjustments to make the pose a little bit more restorative for your body. Maybe using your hands to help support you. Notice if you've got any tension in the muscles of the face or the shoulders that you could let go of. And just notice the breath. Maybe letting it deepen a little bit. And then take one more big inhale here. And again, when you exhale, kind of draw that belly button towards the spine so that you can tap into the power of your core to aid you in bringing the soles of the feet back to the wall, maybe drawing the knees into the chest for a little hug. And then let's go ahead and kind of press with the soles of our feet on the wall and scooch ourselves away from the wall just a little bit. And let's take the right foot up to the sky, letting the sole of the foot shine towards the sky, flexing that foot. And then let's bend the right knee and bring the outside of the right ankle to the top of the left thigh. And the sole of the left foot is still pressing against the wall and the knee is bent. And if you want to come a little bit closer to the wall, you'll get more of a stretch here. If you want a little less of a stretch here, you could definitely scooch away from the wall a little bit. If you wanted more of a strengthening pose, you could really flex the feet and press the left foot into the wall. Or you could just open up the arms, open the palms to the sky, relax that right foot. Maybe rock the left foot a little bit from side to side. Getting a little bit of a sensation maybe in that outer right hip. Maybe if you want a little more, you could scooch a little bit closer to the wall again. Notice where your back is touching the floor. Maybe you can tuck that chin just a little bit more and draw the shoulder blades closer together and down the back. And then let's go ahead and lift the sole of the right foot back towards the sky again. And then take it to the wall. And then let's inhale and lift the left sole of the foot to the sky, pressing into that flexed foot. And then on an exhale, bend the left knee and draw the outside of the left ankle to the top of the right thigh. And maybe you might want to use your hands to assist you there a little bit. Maybe you might want to scooch away from the wall a bit to get positioned here, and then maybe scooch a little closer. Keep the chin tucked to keep the neck nice and long, and draw those shoulder blades together. Maybe you want to really flex the feet here. Or maybe you just want to relax the feet and maybe gently rock your right leg a little from side to side, noticing what you feel in the left thigh and the left hip. Breathing here. Maybe pretending there's a little balloon on that outer left hip, and inhale to fill the balloon up with air. And exhale just to deflate the balloon and let everything go. Breathing here. Relaxing the forehead, relaxing the eyes, relaxing that jaw. And then let's inhale and let the sole of the left foot shine back up towards the sky. Bring the left sole back into the wall and then draw both knees into the chest, rocking yourself a little bit from side to side. And if you like, you can take your final Shavasana with the legs up the wall and the soles of the feet shining up at the sky. Just make sure you're nice and supported, so scooch pretty close to the wall, but not so close that the knees have to be hyperextended. Or you could draw the knees into the chest and rock over gently to whatever side serves you, where you're not going to knock into anything. And gently push yourself up and flip yourself over to a full Shavasana. Whatever serves you here, go ahead and take that space. I'm going to sit here in an easy seated pose so that I can do a little guided Shavasana for you tonight. Go ahead and find yourself in a relaxed position, whatever you decide. Let the shoulder blades hug one another down the back. Turn the palms open to the sky. Tuck the chin just a little bit to keep the neck long. And just take a nice big inhale here, the biggest breath you've taken all day long. And just let it out the mouth with a sigh. Inhale again, all the way down into the belly. Take your time, nice big breath. And exhale out the mouth with a sigh. One more time, nice, big, slow breath, filling up the belly, filling up the chest. Exhale out the mouth with a sigh and just release any tension, any gripping, any tightness, any effort that's not serving you tonight. And that's pretty much all of it. This can be completely effortless. All you need to do is bring the breath. And just come back to your natural, regenerative, restorative breath. Breathing in the oxygen and exhaling the carbon dioxide that feeds all the plants around you. This nice little ecosystem that we have here. And let's take our awareness to the bottoms of our feet. And just imagine that there is a soft, warm, white light entering the bottoms of your feet.
softly working its way down into your toes, into your ankles, up your shins and your calves, just warming and relaxing every body part that it touches, filling up the knees, the thighs, warming up the hips, filling the belly with its soft white glow. Noticing the light as it moves up the spine, into the sternum and into the heart center. And then notice the palms of the hands and imagine that this beautiful, warm, soft, white light is entering through the palms of your hands and filling up each finger and thumb, warming the wrists and lighting up the forearms, softening the elbows, gently moving up the upper arms and into the shoulders, across the collarbones, up the throat and the neck, spreading its warm glow through your jaw and into your ears and your cheekbones, the back of your skull, your eye sockets, your eyes, behind those closed lids, into the area at the center of the brain, the third eye, and then finally releasing from the crown of the head. And as we inhale, let's think about drawing that beautiful, soft, white light up through the bottoms of our feet, all the way up the legs and into the torso and out the top of the head. Inhaling up through the feet and exhaling from the crown. Just letting that soft, gentle, warm white light draw energy all the way through your body, from your toes to the crown of your head. And just find a moment of stillness here, bathing in that glow. And if you're watching this video as a recording, feel free to stay here as long as time allows. But if you're joining me here live on Facebook or through Zoom, let's go ahead and bring some awareness to our fingers and toes. Maybe giving them a gentle wiggle. Maybe rocking the ankles and the feet from side to side. Maybe taking the gaze from side to side. Maybe circling the wrists in one direction and then another. And then let's inhale, raising the fingertips up over the head, stretching the legs out long, stretching the feet out long, wiggling the toes, wiggling the fingers. Giving that nice, big, good morning stretch. And then as you exhale, bring one knee and then the other to a nice bent position, bringing the soles of the feet back to the earth. Gently windshield wiper your knees to one side and then the other until you rock back over to either side. Whatever supports you into that nice, nurturing, lovely little fetal position. And just hold yourself and know that you have the power to take care of yourself, even that inner child Just know that you've always got your breath to come back to, attention on your body, and just a little bit of mindfulness in everything you do. And the next time you inhale, go ahead and push yourself back up to a nice seat. Bring your legs out in front of you, flexing the feet and pointing the toes up towards the sky. Noticing the spine and tucking the chin and drawing that shining crown of the head towards the sky. Nice staff pose here, Dandasana. And let's bring the fingertips out to the sides. Inhale here, drawing that white light and that energy up the legs, into the hips, up the torso, and exhale, letting it shine forth from the crown of the head. Inhale again, one more time, drawing that energy up from the earth with your fingertips, flipping the palms to the sky, and drawing that energy down from the sky, bringing the palms together and bringing all of that white light and all of that energy and all of that connection and all of the love that there is in the world right here to your heart. Press your heart to your thumbs and your thumbs to your sternum. Inhale here, finding length in the spine. Exhale to just add a little weight into those elbows and relax those shoulders. And this is where we tilt the chin gently and say, Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I'm going to go ahead and end our live stream. If you have any comments or questions or requests, definitely post them down into the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you next Tuesday at 4:30 Pacific on the Yoga for Love Healing Arts page.